Hi, I'm Travis,
I'm Emma.
and this is Bestie Approved. This is weird because we're not together today, like
Uh,
in real life.
we're not. We're filming remotely so that we can have guests eventually.
Yeah, it's a little practice for us, but it's okay. What's the last song you listened to?
I'm laughing because I know who it was. Let's Go by Juicy J and Wiz Khalifa.
Okay,
Can I
sure.
just say Juicy J is a musician and an icon? Like, he's actually so talented.
Do you remember the remix of Die Young that he did with Kesha?
Yes.
I think about that every day.
He's produced music for everyone. He's an artist, and I don't think he gets the appreciation he deserves.
He
What was the
doesn't.
last song you listened to?
Um, Walk Me Home by Pink.
Hmm.
I actually really love that song. Do you want to know
I have a thing about Pink. I don't
what
know.
what's your thing about Pink?
Like, I want to love her so bad, but I just don't. I don't know why. Yeah.
Have you ever seen I think it's Trixie Mattel and oh God, who's the one that hated Bob the drag queen on her season?
I don't remember.
It doesn't. It's Trixie Mattel going, "How do you feel about Pink?" And no, maybe it's Bob the drag queen asking. I don't remember, but the drag queen's like, "Hate Pink, hate her," like, and then like, and
Don't hate
then
her.
Pink like shows up on the screen.
I don't
Um,
remember that.
I could be completely misremembering it, but I feel like they brought her out, or
That is
I don't remember. It,
so
it does not
funny.
matter. It's been a weird,
I
weird
think
week, and
she's
I'm
very talented and she flies, and that's beautiful. And I, again, wish I loved her, but I just don't.
I do love Pink. I think I love her. I love Pink.
My
Um,
pregnancy update is really fast this week.
please go for it.
I'm tired and miserable and fat. That's
That's
it.
okay. How big
That's all.
is little August? Like, what size is he?
So if he were going according to the regular growth chart, he would be as big as a spaghetti squash, which is approximately 14 inches and 2 pounds. But if he's still 2 weeks ahead, he's as big as a head of lettuce, which is 15 inches and 2.25 pounds, allegedly.
Sure.
Whatever they say.
When
I
are
don't
you
know.
doing? Like, what's the date?
I'm due December 10th. I'm hoping for more like Thanksgiving time though.
Okay.
Thanksgiving is like 2 weeks almost exactly before my due date, and I have an appointment with my OB the day before Thanksgiving, and I'm just hoping that's the one where she's like,
Let's
just
get it
stay
out.
here. Yeah.
Are you like, I mean, we talked this morning. Like, I still can't get over the fact that like they can detect like how much of the like blood is not yours. I like that's
Yeah.
wild to me.
Yeah, like the labs you get when you first, like the first time you get your blood drawn when you're pregnant. I was only 10 weeks. And yeah, like one of the results is like what percentage of that blood sample was the baby's blood. And then they can test the baby's blood for like all of the genetic things that you test for, including their sex. Like it's it's crazy. I
The
don't
way that like I
works.
don't know how what 60 years ago we were like prescribing people cocaine for like medical treatments and now it's like, oh, look at everything we can do.
It's insane. And
Yeah.
it feels very much, as a pregnant woman, it feels very much like, I don't know, I just work here.
Like like you're the one saying, I don't know, I just work here, or like that's how
Yes,
you're
like, I
experiencing it.
just work here. I don't know
Oh,
how anything works.
how can you?
That's above me.
That's a doctor's job. Um, Have you seen the dude robe?
I looked at it briefly because it was in our notes. I don't understand it.
So this is a an ongoing thing where masculinity is so fragile that we have to put dude and like dude wipes. You can't just use like a wet wipe on your asshole. You have to use a dude wipe. You can't just wear a normal robe. You have to wear a dude robe, and it has to be manly. And like
I don't like what's innovative about it though. It just
nothing.
has like sweat shirt, like hoodie strings.
Yes, like the whole thing is, and it's like I saw like an ad pop up on my Instagram, and I was like, this is satire. There's no way this is a real thing because it's a robe. Like it is a
Oh,
robe.
yeah, and it's $120.
Yes, it is wild. And then I like saw the CEO talking to someone about it. He's like, "Yeah, I saw my wife wearing a robe, and I was never a robe guy, but I really wanted to be a robe guy. So I decided, how can I make this better, and how can I like manify it, basically?" And he put a hood on
Men
it.
have been wearing robes for literally centuries. I don't
I
understand it.
I don't get it, but it's the most insane thing. They're $118, but this guy, like, he was like, like, he was so all in on it. He went on Shark Tank to like pitch this to the sharks, asked for $150,000 for an 18% stake in the company. Thank God they all said no. But like, I
I
was just
hope
like,
they left him off of that stage.
I couldn't find the
The
episode of
kid
Shark Tank that it said he was on. So I have a feeling it did not go well. But, like,
might not have even aired. He might have just like aired himself out
no,
saying he went on Shark Tank.
no, like there's a verifiable thing where like the shark the Shark Tank like archive has like a record of him being there.
They didn't air his. The network cut that.
Yeah, but okay, so
That is
um
actually insane. I got Kenny a robe for like his birthday or Christmas like 3 years ago. They make
mhm.
like UGG makes robes that are like very unisex. Go to
A robe
fucking
is not a
JC
gendered
Penney.
thing. Like
No.
it's crazy. But I think the thing that bothers me more is that he is like charging $120 for it. I went to Alibaba. I found the supplier of the robe. They're $19.88 from Alibaba.
Ugh.
Like, this man is out here, like, really just trying it in this economy.
The price is like whatever because I love a good robe and like Ken, Kenny and I kind of share one that's UGG and I'm sure that was an exorbitant expense, but I wear a robe all the time, so like I don't care. But it's like, why? I just can't get over
I
gendering a robe. I want to wear a robe, but I want to feel manly. Someone should have just introduced him to like Japanese culture in general, and he would have been okay.
just do like go, just go. Like this whole thing of like needing it to be masculine, needing it to be manly. I'm like, who's that? Who's it for? Because it's not for anyone else but you.
Right, like, and it's been manly. Look at fucking samurais. Oh my God. Like,
Yeah,
what are you
like Hugh
talking
Hefner.
about? You could wear a silk robe and still be a man.
Yeah, it's
Oh
okay.
man. It's
So
really an inch and a half long. Anyway,
yeah, I love that for him. Um, have you ever used natural deodorant?
I tried, okay? I tried the natural deodorant thing. I just can't do it. I refuse to stink. Give me the aluminum. I'll put tin foil in my armpits if I have to. I don't. Mm, mm-mm.
So I didn't know that so that it's I didn't know that I was buying deodorant. I was at Meyer. I saw this like bottle of it looked like lotion, and I was like, "Oh, this is great." And then when I was putting it on, I was like, "This is like not the consistency of lotion." And I look at it, and it's like total body
Oh,
deodorant.
I love a body deodorant because, like, under my boobs, right now, under my belly, or like in the thigh crease
Mm.
area, beautiful. Love her.
Okay. I mean, I don't think I smell bad, so but it's natural deodorant. I like it, and I just like I did not know what I was buying, and I'm like now I feel like I'm like a barefoot hippie because I'm wearing natural deodorant.
Are you wearing natural deodorant in your armpits?
Well, I didn't realize that so I was like I put it on my armpits, like I like put it and
Yeah.
I just like rub it on or whatever. Yeah, and it I mean, yeah, I don't
Kenny
smell.
uses natural deodorant and he's fine, but apparently Asian people, and I know that that is literally billions and billions of people, I'm generalizing here, but
Mhm.
Asian people in general have like a gene that makes them not have bad BO.
That is a thing like that like Italians don't have that. I can definitively tell you that.
No, but like it's crazy. And when you think about it, like at least in my experiences with Asian people
Mhm.
over the years, yeah, they don't really have BO. I've never like,
So he can get away with using natural deodorant, but like I mean,
yeah,
uh, maybe like
you
I can't. I mean,
can. I cannot.
I cannot use it probably when I'm at the gym. That would be very hard. I feel like for everyone around me because that would be
Oh,
state down.
100%. Like on days where I'm just chilling, I could probably get away with not wearing deodorant at all. But if I'm gonna sweat, I need all the chemicals. Like, give me clinical strength. Give me everything.
I didn't realize that. Like I didn't realize that's what they were putting in deodorant. Like that made like. But also I we put
But
bad
I
shit in
mean,
our
they
bodies all the
say
fucking
because
time.
it's like increases your risk of breast cancer is the thing.
Mm, sure. Well, so does everything else.
I what? Aren't we eating plastic and stuff? I don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Speaking of eating plastic, I'm pretty sure I swallowed a pair of Crest White strips the other night.
That's fine. That
I put
feels
them on
okay.
and I didn't mean to fall asleep, but I woke up and they weren't there anymore. It's fine. Like it's been a weird week, man. I don't know. What
I
else is going on?
I think it'll be okay.
It's gonna be okay.
I really do. Um, can you imagine if
What?
you like it just reminds me of like when a dog gets into something they're not supposed to eat and it gets all twisted up in their stomachs and you have to go to the vet and get it out. What if
Um
you
I feel like I this is so stupid. Um my dad loves Boomer more than anything, my dog, and like he like will buy him those rope toys like and because Boomer loves playing with the rope toys and I'm like please don't buy those for him because he does nothing but rip them apart and like eat the rope and it's hell on earth. Matt's like, oh, we've been buying rope toys for the dog since the beginning of time, whatever, and I'm like, okay, great. And then I forced my dad, like when I went to go pick Boomer up, to come outside while Boomer pooped, and I was like, this is why he cannot have rope toys because I have to pull rope out of his butt. It's
Oh my
awful.
God. That's what I was gonna complain about today. Max, my beloved Pomeranian poodle mix, he really just looks like a poodle, has butt issues.
Okay.
You know what's been stuck in my head? This is such a tangent. But have you seen this thing on TikTok where people are singing to the beat of Chopped and Screwed? Like whatever they want to say, they're making up their own lyrics to T-Pain's Chopped and Screwed. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, my dog's got butt issues, and that has been stuck in my head to the beat of Chopped and Screwed. Um, I don't even want to get into too much detail, but just know that yesterday, Kenny, who is very squeamish, and I, who am pregnant, had to sacrifice Kenny's pube trimmer to trim the dog's butt.
No.
Because it is $80 to take him to the vet, and I wasn't willing to make it through the evening with his situation. So we spent an hour before dinner yesterday shaving his butt
What
because
did you have to shave his, like, what was in it?
okay, so he's a poodle, so his hair grows long
Yeah.
and he gets groomed every 6 weeks, which is fine for the rest of his body. His hair's not even long. Here, I'll show
Mhm.
you, even though people can't see this. You can vouch.
Yeah.
He's been much furrier than that.
Right.
But what happens is if his butt hair gets too curly and then he has a less than solid poo, it just gets like matted to his butt and like the bottom of his
Ew.
tail. And eventually, like, he can't even poop, and it's just like poop, butt everywhere all over the house. And yeah. So,
I I too understand the struggle of your butt hair growing faster than the rest of your hair.
yeah,
It's hard. Poor Max.
and poor me,
Poor
and
you indeed, yes.
poor
Poor
all
you.
of us. And I have really taken him to the vet and paid the $80 at least 4 times. And every single time they're like, you should really just buy some trimmers and do it yourself. And every time I've been like, that is my worst nightmare.
Hmm.
That's actually my worst nightmare and I would rather die. So we're going to increase his grooming frequency to be
Like
once a
every
month
4 weeks.
instead of every 6 weeks. He doesn't get it all the time, but I just mm, 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 mm.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
What would you like to
Mm-mm.
complain about today?
Burger King. So
Oh, Burger King.
I love Burger King. The thing that I hate is when you go to Burger King or literally any fast food place and they act like um if they give you a sauce, if they don't charge you for it, it will come out as a line item on their very own paycheck. And I'm happy to pay the 50 cents or whatever it costs for like ranch and honey mustard. That's fine. I'm happy to pay it. The thing that bothers me though is that like when I pay it and I see it on the receipt and it's not in the bag and I'm already on 465 driving to wherever else I'm going and I can't turn around. And so I have to eat my chicken fries without honey mustard. And it's like the joy has left the earth and I
Yeah.
don't know what to do with it. That's because that's happened to me 3 or 4 times in the last 2 weeks.
Oh my God. Every time I get Taco Bell, I have to have sour cream on top of my Mexican pizza or it just
Mm,
does not hit the same.
that makes sense.
Every single time I've gotten it in the past, I don't know, 4 months, they have not put sour cream on it.
What are we doing? What are we
What?
doing, Taco Bell?
It's an extra. I'm paying for that. It
I'm
is
and you're happy to pay for it. Please
literally
put
whatever you need.
please
I'm
put the
happy for.
sour cream on the pizza. Yeah, that's just where we're at. So I would ask Burger King, please get it together because I'm paying for the sauce. I'm happy to pay for that. I'll pay more for the sauce. I don't care because I would argue that the sauce is probably half of the experience.
And there are some places that really understand sauce people like
Mhm.
they take it very seriously. See Chick-fil-A, see Wingstop. They do not play about getting you your sauce, and
I
I
agree.
appreciate that. I really do.
Are you ready for reality roundup?
Yeah.
Dear listener, today's going to be a shorter episode because it's been a wild week for both me and Emma. We'll get into it eventually. It's been a wild week. Um, but uh, I
We're just
also woke up
right now.
super late today, so we're it's just going to be it's a shorter day, and that's just going to have to be okay.
And that's probably preferred for some people, you know what I
Honestly,
mean?
probably.
Nobody needs
So,
4 hours.
what'd you say?
I said nobody needs a 4-hour episode anyway.
No, no, they don't. Did you watch the trailer for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 6?
Of course I
Oh my God.
did.
So Lisa Barlow in the trailer called Bronwyn, what it, she called Bronwyn, I don't remember Bronwyn's last name, but she called Bronwyn a gout
Go
dick
for it.
sucker. And I just know that like everything will be okay. Like Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is back. And like one thing I love about Miss Lisa Barlow is she never misses an opportunity to take it straight to hell.
I've said this about her before, but she just like literally doesn't have a filter in her brain. Whatever she is thinking comes right on out. And that one was especially funny for me because you know who has gout? Kenny.
Kenny, well, you and Bronwyn share partners that have gout.
I just like what a funny
You
thing to
gout
say.
dick
Like so
sucker.
many people have gout. I don't know what to say.
That is, and I don't love that like she said that, but I do love that. I do love that that's coming. I'm so excited about that. Um, what?
Yeah.
Oh, also, Karen Huger is now a free woman officially.
Which is insane.
Bravo cameras were, I guess, out at the what was the Montgomery County Detention Center in Rockville, Maryland. She served six
Yeah.
months for a DUI that she pled not guilty to and was found guilty of because
There
have you,
were cameras and body cam footage and
and she also ran her car over a median and into a tree or a sign or something. And she said, I was obviously crying. I was crying because my mom died.
well, but that was the second story, right? Because at first she was like, there was a deer. And then she was like, I was
I forgot about that.
emotional. My parents just died. And then it was like this whole thing. But then we got the body cam footage and the footage of her like being interrogated. And it's like, you've
Poor and
never
white.
been that obliterated in your life, Karen, your long, long life. Oh my
It,
God.
that was good stuff. Um,
I
but
haven't
yeah,
seen the footage of her coming out though. Have you?
I
I haven't
saw
seen anything.
pictures. I didn't see videos, but
Okay.
I did see the video of her like driving away waving, and I was like, oh, she believes that she is vindicated.
Yeah. But like, how do you feel vindicated after you just got out of prison? It wasn't even like a cunty sentence. Like Martha Stewart had a cunty stint in prison. You didn't, Karen. This was all very ugly and sad.
I have to be real. I don't. I don't think Karen lives in the same world that you and I live in. I don't think that she is present and like of her higher self.
I don't no, 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 no. She doesn't because she doesn't understand that like she could have killed someone.
I
Like
don't
it
think she thinks
hasn't,
she did anything wrong.
which is crazy.
And like, here's the God's honest truth. Like, DUIs happen. Like, that is awful and terrible. I do think if she had just come out and said, "You guys, I fucked up. I fucked up bad. Like, I was out partying, whatever. Like, I fucked up bad. Own it. Like, you didn't hurt anyone. Everything's okay." Jesus Christ, the way that she said, "Well, we have the right to appeal this."
She
What?
dressed herself in Ray in all white and had that little video sent to the reunion about how her truth will come out. Which I saw the truth.
I would rather she had pulled a Jen Shaw and called someone, gave them a fake name, and taken their credit card number than do that.
That's what I'm saying. Be like Martha Stewart or Jen Shaw, where you're just kind of it, you couldn't have killed anyone. You could like whatever. I don't know. And at least own it like they both did. Be like, yeah, I just got out of prison. Mwah.
But you know who else did this on Potomac was, I guess, Monique, where she wrecked her Bentley and she said, "Yeah, I'm just so tired." And like, I guess Ashley said, like at that lunch right before that, they'd had like 7 wines, and I was just like,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember
God.
that. But they just, unfortunately, this is like a Real Housewives disease. They become like very self-important and they don't realize. how fucked up that is. And it really is sad because you're talking people with so many resources, absolutely the resources to call an Uber. I bet you could call Andy Cohen himself and be like, Andy, I'm fucked up and I need a car.
And Andy would have been like, well, I don't want to lose you on the reunion.
100%, we're gonna send you a car
Yeah.
to take you home. Like, you have so many resources and you're deciding to do something so reckless and dangerous.
It's bad. I hate it. And like, but I don't like Karen. I'm gonna be super real. I don't like her on the show anymore. Like she's gone the same way that Vicky Gunvalson went for me, where Teresa Giudice went for me, where it's like they believe that the show is them. They're not on a show anymore. It's their show. And I stopped liking Karen after that because I was just like, oh, you're not. It's not fun anymore. I
Because
used
it
to like
turns
Karen.
into acting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she never feels real.
Mhm.
And I don't like this whole thing that she's done for the last like 2 or 3 years, seasons, where she's been like, I am neutral in all arguments.
No, you're not.
Mama Karen, blah, blah, blah. That, what? Ew.
You're a Real Housewife,
Have an opinion, girl. I don't know.
literally. Um, and then today we're talking about uh season 1, episode 5 of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Late.
We are gonna finish that lunch. Met Gala luncheon, because that's
Oh
just the
yeah.
most insane thing I've ever heard. In Salt Lake City, Utah.
I I think about this luncheon all the time where I'm just like, these people in Salt Lake City were just handed a gift with these women, and I don't think they knew what they were getting, but like I know Valter really, really, I hope he appreciated it when he was still here, because I know he's looking down from heaven, looking at us talking about this, being like, I know I did that.
Yeah.
But let's see. Okay, so Mary and Jen go back and forth for a little bit at the at what? Oh, they go back and forth while while Walter's at the end of the table being very intense about garnishing a drink or something. Like I remember he was just like into like whatever he was doing, and there was a lot of arm movement.
He's a mixologist, baby. Yeah.
He is a god among men. Um, Mary tells Jen she can leave, so Jen storms off, and then Heather chases after Jen to calm her down. And then Lisa does a pretty good job of. Oh, what?
I'm saying that's just like rinse and repeat of Whitney's party. I don't understand.
This is an ongoing thing, and like I do, we get into it eventually, but like Heather does talk about like I was afraid of Jen, like, and so it's a lot of that's coming out here. Yeah. Um, Mary tells Jen. Oh wait, no, sorry. Lisa does a pretty good job of identifying how Mary's feeling after Jen's apology to Meredith, because Mary also wanted an apology and she felt invalidated, and Lisa calls that out. And then, then the girls are arguing, and Mary goes, I don't want this around Valter. Valter's very upset right now.
I think that was my favorite line of that whole episode because, like,
What?
Walter is a grown man. He's gonna be fine. There was a verbal altercation at his restaurant. He is going to be okay.
But I think even better was that's happening. Mary says, oh, Walter's very upset right now. And Lisa goes, sorry, Walter.
They're treating him like he's a child or something that just had to witness.
Mary calls Jen a hoodlum, and that turns into a conversation about, I guess, like, this had to have been off camera because I don't remember this, but Mary told Jen that if she pulls up to a 7-Eleven and sees black men, she goes to find another 7-Eleven.
Yeah, that was like, I think they say in the episode that was like a private conversation, and so it was impossible for us to know the context of this. Not that I could ever see what a context could be that's not incredibly racist, but Mary is black. I just can't.
Well, that and like Mary also just says, "Yeah, I absolutely said that. I don't like. I'm afraid of that." And I was like,
Your husband
granted,
and
this was
your
filmed, and I think in
child?
2019, so like I don't think anyone realized the implications of what saying that would ever become. But Lord have mercy.
2019? That's not that long ago. What do you
No, but like
mean?
it was before the whole like the Black Lives Matter like really
She
took
is
hold.
black, though.
No,
Racism
I
has been around
agree.
forever.
I agree.
That's what she has a black son, and she's saying if she saw the likes of him, she would go, what? I just can't
This
understand.
comes up at the reunion, and this is one of those things where Mary just really never answers for it. Like that was
How
insane to me.
how can you? What is there to say about that, you know? Ugh.
Um,
I just remember this was like the nail in the coffin for me not liking Mary, because I thought she was just like a vibe mismatch for me for a while,
mhm,
and then that came out, and I was like, "Oh, I have no problem hating her."
fair, and like that is a valid reason. Honestly, like that was a wild thing. Um, so Jen ends up leaving, and then we go over to Heather's house, where Heather explains that her ex-husband has always provided for them financially, and he wanted his daughters to have a mom that was always around to raise them. And like, I actually really appreciate this about Billy. Like, yeah, he's awful and like was terrible to Heather, but like, I do think at the end of the day, like, he was probably a really good dad. Which,
Least he can do is
yeah,
give her a little check every month.
I mean, his family is billionaires. Like, it doesn't matter.
And by little, I mean, I hope that thing is 6 figures every month.
I, Christ, I hope so. Um, Oh, okay. So Heather said she was not planning on going to church the next day and asked the girls if they still want to go. And then they all just decide that they're not planning on going because Heather lets them make their own decisions about this. And I feel like this is how every parent should approach that conversation because I remember seeing this and I was like, God, I probably wouldn't feel so weird about religion if like my family had just been like this.
100%. And I think she asked, this might be a later episode, but she asked at some point, she's like, "Do you see yourself being Mormon?" Like
Oh,
when,
yeah. It's
when,
later in the season. Yeah.
okay, yeah. And that's fair to ask. I've talked about this before. Both of my parents were raised Catholic, and both of them decided that that was horrible to live in constant guilt, nothing against Catholics. And so
Right.
they, with my brother and me, they were like, if you ever want to try a religion, we will support you in that and get you where you need to go. But we don't.
Well, I mean, I think that's how you have to be a little bit because, like, I talked to my sister-in-law about this before where Zachary doesn't like have any feelings about like religion one way or the other. He's a lot like me. Um, but Alicia's always said like she goes, I don't like going to church. Like it's just not my thing. But if Alex and Amelia go or if they want to go, I'll drop them off. I don't care, but I'm
Yeah.
like not really interested in going and I like that.
What I will say is, especially for kids, I do think church can give you sort of like a sense of community, a place to meet new friends and stuff like that, and like all of that is fine. All of that is fine.
But
Unless you listen too hard.
and they really want you to listen too hard.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If Jack said he wanted to go to church, I would probably find one of his friends that already goes to church and figure that out.
Fair.
But he's like me. And when I went to my cousin's church growing up because my aunt and uncle were watching us, that didn't go well. One day we'll talk about it.
I can't wait. Also, this is a complete side note. I want to go back through all the episodes, like realistically, probably while you're on your maternity break. And I'm going to like find everything that we said. Oh, yeah, one day we'll get into that. And like, have a list ready
Yeah.
because that list is long.
Yeah. Well, I just like It would take an extra hour of our time for me to get into the.
Oh, no, 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 no. I like, that's what I'm saying is like, I want to go back and do all that because like there's a lot there.
Yeah.
But
Oh, it
anyway,
would be worth the waiting.
we, we're in the car with Meredith and she's going to pick Seth up from the airport. And I love that like she's not driving to pick him up. She's driven to pick him up. But
It's the
Seth,
thought that counts. I said it's the thought that counts.
oh yeah. But like also in when they go to Bermuda and they're riding around on scooters, one of the questions that Meredith is asked, like in her confessional, is when's the last time you drove? And she goes, I don't know. I love her so much.
She's so silly.
But uh, Seth gets in the car and then he floats the idea of moving to Ohio, and Meredith rebukes that idea.
She's not into that, and I don't blame her. What is Ohio? Where is Ohio? Hi, viewers from Ohio. Move to Indiana or something.
I mean, Columbus is cool. I like Columbus. Like,
I prefer Columbus, Indiana, truthfully.
really? Okay.
The only thing Ohio has that is good for me is Kings Island.
Fair. Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
Cedar Point. I could hear out Cedar Point.
Yeah. Um, but like, and I feel about Ohio the way Meredith feels about Ohio. She's like, nothing against Ohio. I just don't want to live there. Sorry, Ohio.
Yeah.
Um,
And I think that that is fine. He wanted to move there for work anyway. It's not like he's passionate about Ohio.
yeah, and but he also worked for Big Lots.
That's who he's working for?
Yes.
Seth. You're gonna
Yeah.
let Big Lots move you to Ohio? Oh man. I thought you were
That and
cooler
like
than
when I
that.
found that out, that was wild to me. Um, but Seth can't take a hint about where the conversation is headed, and Meredith's just like she's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm like, I'm not talking about this. Let's talk about something else. Like it was
She's
bad.
disengaged.
Yeah, she's disengaging. Um, we go back and forth between Mary's house and Jen's office, and Jen's unpacking the luncheon on her FaceTime with Sharif, and Mary's unpacking everything with Robert Sr. at the same time. And I get where Jen's coming from. Like, there's not a lot I'll agree with Jen on from the first season because she's so like unhinged, but like I do 100% agree with her. Like, you can't say things like that, Mary. And like, she sees her sons and her nephews when she hears that comment, and I think she takes that like very
Her
seriously.
husband,
Yeah,
even. Yeah. I mean, what kind of mother, aunt, wife would you be if you didn't stand up for your relatives?
exactly.
When someone's like, I'm scared of them, and like perpetuating this idea that already exists in people's heads, and not only just perpetuating that, but like knowing you're going to be on a show and still talking about it. Like, whoa,
Right.
whoa.
Um, and then oh, um, and then at the
Mary's
same time,
also unpacking. Yeah.
yeah, Mary's like heard about the grandfather, or yeah, the grandfather comment. I'm like, those two things aren't the same thing, though.
Apples and oranges, honey.
Yeah,
Apples
like,
and oranges.
you have a right to feel that way about the grandfather thing, 1,000%. Um, you cannot say that like what you said is justifiable. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I
How
don't
are
know what to do
you
with
going to
that.
say I'm literally racist against my own race? But how dare you call out something factual about me? Oh,
Exactly.
come on.
Um, Whitney goes to her brother's jujitsu school, and this place I know for a fact smelled like feet.
They all have to, right? Like everybody's sweaty and everyone's toes are out. Ugh.
I also I find it I don't know that I don't know if this is okay. I find it strange when grown people do martial arts.
feel like if you frame it as like a self-defense thing, I understand it more.
Okay.
But also I grew up around wrestling. Oh, yeah. That's the other thing about the smell. I managed the wrestling team. I've been in a wrestling room. I've spent probably 15 years in a wrestling room,
Mm.
and I'm aware of the smells. It is
Oh, it's like a discovery zone. I know that's what it smells like.
it's bad. It's musty and
Um,
gross.
but Whitney's kind of a badass and like literally picks her brother up who's like double her size and like flips him over and like onto the ground. And I was like, ooh, do that to me.
Yeah, I'd let her do that to me.
100%.
I feel like she's
Um,
incredibly strong. Just like the build of her body, like
oh
she's
yeah.
toned.
Oh yeah. Oh, and she does like Pilates and stuff too. Like, she's like, and she's in
She's
the gym.
constantly working out. Yeah.
Well, that's like on her TikTok all the time. It's like she is in the gym every day.
Good for her.
And I love her. I love her for it. And then we unpack a little bit about Whitney's dad and his like journey to sobriety and how he didn't go to sober living after rehab originally for the first time. And um,
I get that. I hate to say it.
okay,
Poor guy. It's a bad decision. Let me just like say that for everyone listening. It's a
yes,
poor decision to not go to some sort of sober living facility post rehab. But
hmm
I can see how you could come out of rehab and be like, I don't need it anymore. My cravings are gone. I've done the work. I just want to go back to my life now. I can
okay,
totally see that.
okay,
Because
that's
I'm
fair.
also like a girl who would not want to have roommates and stuff like that. Like, I'm not a group living type of girl. So I can totally see how it's like, I just want to be normal now.
I do. Okay, that's when you put it that way. That is fair. Like it probably you just want to feel normal, and like you haven't felt normal forever. That's fair.
Right. Yeah.
But I guess at this point he had not talked to the kids since Thanksgiving, so it's been a couple of months at that point. And that's rough. I don't like that.
Yeah. I think that's going both ways though, right? Like he wants a relationship there, but the kids are like, you did a bunch of stuff to us that we don't forgive you for yet, type of thing. Isn't that what's going on there?
Oh well, no, I don't. We find out at the reunion that like Whitney's dad stopped talking to Whitney, so like I have a feeling
Oh,
it's a lot of. I think he might be the problem if I'm being honest.
yeah.
It sucks. Um,
His
we go
hair
over
is
to
also.
Henry's birthday party, and I felt comfortable at this bowling birthday party. Like something about this was like I want to be here.
Yeah. I love a birthday party at a bowling alley. Side note, I hate going bowling and then someone tries to teach me how to bowl.
No, thank you.
Let me be bad.
Let me
I'm
just
not
throw the ball
upset.
down the lane or whatever.
I'm literally not upset about losing. Like, please just leave me alone. Anyway.
The balloons have Fresh Wolf branding on them, which is the boys' like hair care brand. Lisa 1000% used this as a marketing thing and wrote this party off on her taxes.
And that's beautiful.
And I support it. I love it. Um, so Whitney and her dad head to sober living because like this is like they make the decision that this is what's best. And I wonder what the timeline was here between like the conversation at the jujitsu place and this because like there's no way it happened as quickly as it's shown.
No. I
But
mean, yeah, I don't know. I'd
um
be interested to see.
right. But Whitney and her dad like had sober living. It just seems like they're driving for hours in his little truck, but he is one of these guys that drives with the back of his seat like at like a 45-degree angle, and that stresses me out to no end.
Yeah, Kenny drives laying down too. I hate it.
Why?
I
It can't be comfortable.
No, like, and he's said, he's like, I need my arm to be fully extended. And I'm like, why?
Why?
What? I don't like it.
Ugh. But Winnie's kind of excited because her dad chose to go to sober living and feels really optimistic about that. And I
Yeah.
feel like I don't know, like I have experience like dropping people off at rehab and like I get where Whitney's coming from. I just feel bad because I know the other side of like coming out like when someone comes out of it and like they just go back to it. But I've never dropped anyone off at a rehab as nice as like this sober living place is. Like it's like a beautiful like barn in the middle of the
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I
it's
had
like
a
I would
friend,
live there.
yeah, 100%. Because I had a friend in Louisiana who was living in sober living. And this was just a house. It was not nice. Like, it was just a big old house.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But yeah, the one he went to looks really nice, and that's probably really good if you're gonna be living somewhere.
Make it less miserable. Like do everything you can to make it as nice as possible, make it as enticing as possible, and you'll probably find a lot more success.
100%.
Um, we go over to Meredith's house, and Seth's leaving for work, and it just feels heavy. And then Meredith walks and in her confessional, she talks about how there's been a lot of arguing, and there's a need for them to spend like some intentional time apart.
Hmm.
And this did feel a little put on, like, but I do feel like everything behind it was very real. But I feel like they were like, we need to like show.
I couldn't tell if it was that or they were just like so uncomfortable and like hyper aware of the cameras.
Okay.
Because I got that vibe too, but then I was like, they just in general do not seem comfortable. So I don't know.
I I would
Maybe.
believe either one, honestly. But
Yeah.
I feel bad because like it's a scary place to be in a marriage, and
Hmm.
whether or not it was put on, like we do know that their marriage did hit a rocky patch, and like I'm very impressed that they were able to put this on camera and like navigate it as well as they did. Like even if some of it like was put on for the show, like I'm okay with that.
I feel like they're both incredibly like cool-headed in general. I mean, not that they don't get emotional. Both of them can. We've seen it from both of them, but like I just feel like in general they have very they're very aware of their emotions and in control of themselves. So like
I agree.
it's sort of like a healthy, they're dealing with it in a healthy way, but it is scary, especially since like they were about to be empty nesters and all of that. And like we also as viewers didn't know what was going on at this point. And so it was like, how deep does this go?
All right. Um, and then
I
we head
love
into
them
the end.
together also.
Oh, what'd you say?
I love them together
I
also.
do too. I really love Seth and Meredith. Like, I wish they were my parents,
Yeah, me too. It would
honestly.
end up like Brooks though. So
Okay,
entitled and crazy.
perfect. I mean, I already am. So.
We'll get to this later on, but can you literally imagine entering your clothing line in a fashion show and it being one sweatsuit? Like, I want to have that type of entitlement in my brain.
Yes, yes, I can. I I feel like Emma, I submitted us for a podcast award before we published our first episode.
Actually, that's fair. Yeah.
Yes, because I believe in us.
I just,
It was like the new like the emerging podcast or whatever. And I was like, we're probably this. I don't
we
know.
are emerging.
Um, and then we go into the end of the episode. Heather wants Mary to know that we go to dinner with Heather and Mary, and then Heather wants Mary to know that she can be friends with her and still be friends with Jen. And like, I think that's a wild thing to have to say out loud, but whatever. Um, Mary educates us about how carbonated water hurts your ovaries.
What?
What? Is that can't be a real thing, right?
It can't be true. You know what? If it is, I will continue to drink my Dr. Pepper.
Hmm.
It is what it is.
Um, Heather and Mary get into how Jen attacked Mary's marriage, and Mary tells Heather in no uncertain terms it was written in her grandmother's will for her to get married to Robert Sr. I want you to remember this moment right here.
Yeah, he says it
I,
clear as day. It was
yes,
in her will.
in her will. And then Heather understands on some level that Mary chose faith over love in this situation, and she empathizes with her over that. And I get that. That's
Well, they
fair.
are kind of birds of a feather in that way. She
Hmm.
says she was never like in love with her husband, but she felt like it was the right thing to do in the
Absolutely.
church. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And yeah, and I think Mary in some way wanted to honor her grandmother and also wanted to be first lady of the church because her grandmother told her that's what she wanted. So it's
Yeah.
like
Okay. I think the more and more I think about it, I'm like, it's weird. I'm uncomfortable with it, but like, s-
it's
that's
not my
that's not
life
my
either.
problem. So
And
what?
yeah, and also I've never been in that situation, so like I don't know.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
if we had the power to summon someone from the dead, I want to talk to Mary's grandmother. I have
The-
so many questions for her.
her stories like actually why like she walked from Indianapolis to Salt Lake City with her kids, and that's how they got to Salt Lake City.
What?
Yes.
What? They hated our city that much?
I don't remember why she like I don't know if it was like I feel called to this place. I don't know, but she lived in Indy. Yeah. That's why Mary has a house in Carmel.
What?
We've talked about this. Mary has a house in Carmel.
I have pregnancy brain and I can't remember my
Yeah.
own birthday.
Yeah, it's not that far from where I lived in at the rail yard.
Oh, how often is she in Carmel?
I mean, it cannot be that often. Like, I mean, the house is one of her neighbors was asked about it, like in some article, because like when I think that she's been here once in this since the show started filming, but she has like 7 or 8 houses. Like, I mean,
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah, that's true. She might rent
but
it out or Airbnb it or whatever.
oh no, they don't rent. No, like the houses are empty when they're not there. But that's what the neighbor said is like we've never met her. We don't know who this woman is.
You don't know what you're in for.
But if Mary ever comes to Indy, I'll take her to like Mary Cosby. I will take you to dinner. I love you. I'm obsessed with you. Emma will have to be fine with it.
I have lots of questions for you.
But yes, I agree. I would love to like hear or Mama Cosby's story because I think that I mean you walked with your kids from Indianapolis in the Midwest to Salt Lake City, Utah. Like, I mean, yeah, they like hitchhiked or whatever, but like, I'm just like what?
Why did you do that? And also, what is the deal with your husband? And also, what's the deal with Mary? And what's the deal with your daughter? I have so many questions for you.
I agree. But yeah. Oh, and we have some reviews from Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Yay!
This is actually really cool. So we got 2 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts. Do you want to read the first one or the second one?
I don't care. I'll do the
Huh.
second one. I
Okay,
love you all equally.
perfect. So Chipper072198 gives a review titled Travis and Emma, Your New Escape. Uh This person said, I absolutely adored the conversations between Travis and Emma. Their chemistry is undeniable, and the way they explore multifaceted topics makes it easy to get lost and escape reality for a while. It's the perfect podcast to dive into if you want to step away from your own thoughts and enjoy a pure, honest conversation between 2 deeply engaging hosts. I want this person to write my memoir.
I want to give that person a kiss on the mouth.
I love you. I love you so much. Thank you. That was so great.
You're so nice. And then we had AKA Space, who said the world needs more of this. All the way from Canada, two people with a gift for gab. You have no idea how much I love Lauryn Hill, by the way. Side note. Charming, entertaining, and a dash of spice. Relatable banter you don't want to miss.
I love that.
Mwah! On your mouth.
Love you. And then our friend Morgan left us a Spotify comment reminding us that she loves us. And Morgan, I know you're listening right now. We love you to the moon and back. You're an incredible artist. You're incredible at everything. You're perfect. You're beautiful. You're amazing.
Also, I just
And
saw your most recent TikTok and you are still looking incredibly hot. Wow.
literally a model, like God. And then our friend Elena encouraged us with a let's go. That always reminds
Right.
me of Thick David when I hear that because I'm just like, I love that so much.
This golden retriever.
Yeah.
My mom my mom has been like periodically calling me like every once in a while and she'll just like not even mention that she's been listening to the podcast and just start responding to something I said in a podcast like months ago. And I have to be like, what is she saying? And then it finally like clicks for me. The most recent one, I don't even remember what we were talking. Oh, it must have been Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And I was saying, but she didn't apologize though. Where did you say she's sorry? My mom called me. She was like, you think that way because of me.
I'll do you one better. Josh, my cousin Taylor, who we're going to have on the podcast soon, was over at my house the other day and she goes, hey, Travis, can I ask you a question? And I was like, yeah. She goes, you're 27? And I was like, what? What do you mean? And she goes, it's what you tell people on the podcast. And I was like, and you better shut your whore mouth and go along with it.
Mentally, I'm 16 years old. So
And she goes, well, I'm also 27. So what do I tell them when I come on the podcast? I said, you can tell them whatever the fuck you want. And dear listener, just know if Taylor says that she's 27 and I say that I'm 7 years older than her, no, I'm not.
she could be 21 for all I know.
There it is. Dear listener, we love you. It's been my energy is weird today. I'm exhausted. It's been a long week. But thank you for being here. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for just being a part of this. I love this so much. Emma, what do you have to say to the people?
I love you. I can't believe you listen to our podcast, but keep doing that. And you're so smart for listening to our podcast. And I hope it made you giggle today.
We should start signing off the way like we sign off with each other on FaceTime.
Oh, dear viewer, you're perfect. I love you. You are hot and sexy and tan and skinny and tall. And you are the perfect listener.
And dear listener, you are the perfect dresser. You are the perfect hiker. You are the perfect person. You're the perfect commenter on a podcast, and we love you, and everything's going to be great, and you're going to have an amazing day. We love you.